Men of Reddit, when was the last time you've cried and why? Woke up at 4 AM after dreaming my dad told me he has days to live. Then realized he is actually dead. I have those dreams about my nan and my granddad. They suck so bad. The realization when you wake is just such a gut punch. I hate dreams like that, when you wake up and realize the reality of things and it sucks. Months ago, when my best friend was found dead in his car after a week-long search for him. Turned out he killed himself. I lost a friend last year. I really do understand, it's a pain like no other. Every time I consider suicide I cry thinking about him and remember the pain it caused for all of my friends. Sorry for your loss. Last week at our first ultrasound, wife and I have had 2 miscarriages and we had an appointment and saw the heartbeat. This little peanut has stuck around the longest so far. Fingers crossed. Good luck, dude. We had a miscarriage the first time, was early, no heartbeat at a 7-week scan, was really tough to go through, especially for my wife, so I feel for you. As you'll probably know, the chances of miscarriage massively decrease once there's a heartbeat. May the pregnancy be smooth, healthy and uneventful. A couple days ago in the shower, the song "You Can Let Go Now Daddy" came on. My grandpa had an aneurysm blow and my mom sang that song to him when they unplugged the machines. It'll always make me cry. You can let go now daddy. I had to Google this one. I made it to where the dad was giving her away at her wedding before I had to close the window. I don't feel like crying at work today. When was the last time I cried? Right now, tears rolling down my face after reading this. Holy crap. About 5 minutes ago. One of my nephews is currently in surgery for something his dress have never seen in a kid his age before. I just got news from my sister that best case scenario has happened, and they were able to take care of things. He should be out of the OR in half the time as was expected. So, yeah. Crying in relief at my desk at work. Going up to see him in a couple days. It's hard to explain what it means to have kids like him in your life. Edit, I just found out that he is out of surgery and everything was successful. Huge weight off my mind. I'm so glad for you and your family. I feel you, man. I became an uncle 2 years ago and every time I see that little girl my heart melts. Took a small getaway trip, about 8-hour drive few weeks back due to stress. I played all of the songs I shouldn't play on the drive up and let myself unwind in the car and get all of that stuff out. Job stress, feelings toward my ex, the whole gamut. Did me well. Edit, gamut edit. To everyone me, thank you for your stories. Life can be hard. Make time to find the gentle solitude you need. We'll all make it through this in time. Slowly, but surely. So cathartic. It would make my year to pull up to a red on a long windy road, look to my right, and see a guy sobbing and singing along to Jeff Buckley's version of Hallelujah. Last year on my birthday, because I made it this far and some of my friends did not. We're happy you're here. A saying that I remind myself from time to time, never regret growing old. It's a privilege not afforded to everyone. My daughter was born the start of last year. Think I must have cried for a solid hour. Get ready, man. I teared up last year when my son was born. Not a full-on cry, but unexpected emotions. Last night I was feeding my now 10-month-old, and he was in turn feeding my old Doberman, and it just hit me like a wave. Everything was perfect in that moment. My wife started crying because she had never seen me cry. Then my kid started laughing hysterically and my dog barked so loud that he forced a fart out. A perfect moment. Walking into rehab when almost no one knew I was going. 60 days later I'm sober as hell and going to be a sober dad. I felt this one. Only some of my family knew. I just disappeared from work, don't even recall how that part was arranged. Congratulations on 60 days, that's a big deal. This internet stranger is super proud of you. Proud of you, dude. That's so hard and you're doing it. I cry all the time, for various reasons. I'm nearly 30 years old. I actually think it is healthy to do so. Whenever I've finished crying, I always feel so much better about whatever it is. Me too. I cry so easily. It's actually inconvenient at times, haha. Shed a few tears at the end of 1917 in the theater a couple weeks back. Not ashamed in the least. When my GF broke up with me through a phone call after 6 years. Just couldn't hold it together. Reddit, thanks for all the kind words and such. It's been a few weeks and I feel a bit better by now. We also met up and talked about it a bit. The sadness and frustration's still there, but she found the guts to talk to me about it personally and I appreciate that. Says she wanna stay friends and all that stuff, but whatever, no idea how that's supposed to work out. Definitely can't just pretend nothing happened, lol. I'm in the process of moving out and had quite the shitty day, so thanks again. Really appreciate. Hope shit gets better for all of you commenting that you experienced the same. Same bro. I feel you. Stay strong. Via a fucking phone call after 6 years together? What the flying fuck? That's messed up. When my father was so grumpy he kept on shouting at my mom that she ran out of the house with her keys. I joined her a little later outside and sat with her till she went home and then went to my GF and cried on her shoulders. Hope you are doing better, man. Last month, when my daughter was born. Edit, wow, thank you so much everyone for your kind words and for the gold and silver. The little one sends hugs and kisses to each and every one of you. Congrats. Congrats. Mine is almost 1 year now, and everybody told me I would cry when I hold her for the first time. I don't cry easily and was like, yeah, I will get a little emotional, not sure about crying though. I was pretty chill during the labor, excited and all, but when the nurse pulled her out and handed her over to me, oh boy. Some hormonal shit / parental instinct / whatever hit me like a train. I was sobbing in no time. Totally caught me off guard, and it was the happiest moment of my life hands down. There was a sad song on the radio. Good one though. This was Yesterday. A few weeks ago, when one of my best friends told me he's going to be a dad. I can go for months and months without shedding a single tear, but these news got me really emotional, in the best sense of the word. This has been an eye-opening experience for me, as I had no idea I was capable of feeling such things. I had some dream in which I don't really remember what happened, but when I woke up I was sobbing like a child. I stopped almost immediately once I was awake. Very strange. And very ominous yet interesting. Yesterday. Grief. Wife died 8 months ago. She was the love of my life and my best friend. Sorry to hear this, buddy. I've been in your spot, believe me it gets better eventually. Don't let anyone tell you how or when to heal, just do it in your own way. But, make sure you are headed toward healing. Losing my wife taught me that life is short, and there are things to enjoy and appreciate all around us. Holy cow, I'm sorry, frown, I can only imagine. I had to put down my house cattle dog. It was just me and her for 12 years and then I got married and she got sick shortly after. Worst day of my life since my grandfather passed. Last time I got teary-eyed cats in the cradle, last time I cried, wow, years ago, must have been when I lost my job, got dumped and my grandfather died. All within 6 hours. That was enough to set me over the edge. Big yikes, dude. I hope things eventually worked out and got better with time. That song. Damn. I remember telling my mom in junior high in the car that song was my relationship with my dad. That was 35 years ago. It really remained true until his passing 15 years ago. Last Friday. I hadn't seen a group of friends for a long time, and none of them asked how the past 3 months had been. How's the last 3 months been? I'm more emotional than your standard guy. I'll tear up fairly frequently, even at movies and the like. Usually with things involving loss of parents. Last time I would say I actually cried was when I decided it was time to go to a therapist, and in the initial meeting was just offloading all the reasons I decided to come and why I thought I might have a touch of depression. I'm doing much better now. Last time I straight out ugly cried/sobbed was when they put my mother's casket into the vault at the mausoleum, almost 5 years ago now, while hugging the hell out of my brother. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.